Shalom, all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Shem Rakakadash, double honor, sir, teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you, brothers, so they're putting on this truth faithfully, fearlessly, feeding the sheep. And to you, brothers and sisters, tuning in, Shalom. This is the book of Proverbs 14 and verse 31. It reads, "He that oppresseth the poor reproacheth his maker, but he that honoreth him had mercy on the poor." Now today I'm going to go into basically an article I saw today concerning a comment or an interview that Donald Trump made. And as we know, Donald Trump has been in the headlines of late. Now, through the spirit, I believe that Donald Trump is going to be reelected as president of the United States in 2024. That he was just stepped out there for a minute, to allow the other side of the left side or the right side or whatever they call themselves, to get these people to get angry as they see that their country, their queendom is falling apart under sleepy creepy Joe, Biden. So in this article here, when you take a look, it says Trump's 24 crime plan crackdown on the homeless, drug addicted, and the mentally ill. Now, I wouldn't go into this a little bit further here because as you read this article, you're going to see really it should jump out at you that, what really Trump is going to be coming back into power to do. He's going to be that great hammer, that's going to be oppressing Israel. Because when you look at the situation going on through right now, we are seeing what this place is falling apart. And in particular, it's starting out with Jake, because Jake is always going to feel, the miseries of a slow economic growth in the United States. And we see in this place right now, of course, it's falling apart. Now, there's a couple ways here we can take a look at this here. You got the way the attack is on Yasharala, and this has been the strategy of the so-called white man all the while. And the first one he would do is what? The mass incarceration and the murder of the men. We see this with the law enforcement putting the men to death. We see the men getting put to death in prison, through electrocution or execution. We see the men getting put to death by what? Each other, because why? It's almost like crab in the basket. Everybody's just fighting for each other. Jake has what? An evil eye for Jake, but not the so-called white man. And so the so-called white man, Esau, has used mass incarceration and the murder of our men to do what? To continuously, beat down Yasharala and oppress the nation. And when you go into number two, feminize as many men as possible. Now, the way that Esau is doing this is in a very slick way. He's using his media, comedy, have these men dress up like this. He's using, the social fashion, in these hip hop videos and the movies and whatever the cases like that, having the popular jakes, who have a little bit of money, a little bit of yayo in their fingers, to do what? To influence the young generation that's here right now. And even the older jakes, and Eves, are influenced by this because, you getting these old men, in Hollywood wearing dress. Take a look at these guys, man. These guys are wearing dress. And, and you would think that this was funny back in the day before we got into this truth, and pursuing to what? The book of Deuteronomy 22 and verse 5, it says, "The woman should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, either should a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are an abomination to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, thy power." Which we know the word abomination means what? It's a thing that causes disgust and hatred. So the Lord hates this, But this is the second prong, the second strategy that Esau has used is what? To feminize as many men as possible. And he moved on to the third. And this third one is what you see currently going on right now. Although three of these are simultaneously moving on, that psychops, that, the remaining population, what? Media and promises. And this is that 2/3 that are out there that are not incarcerated, that may not be wearing the skirts, but they have love for the so-called white man, Esau, because Esau promised them they're integrated into society. They want to join hands with the wicked man, Esau and the Edomites. Joining hands, waving the flag, celebrating all the holidays, eating all the abominable food. They accept LGBTQ. They probably have friends that are LGBTQ. And they go along with it. And so Esau has captured those 2/3. Now Trump is coming back. Let's go back to this Trump. Yeah, Trump is coming back. And let's read what this article says here. And I'm going to actually bring this article on the screen. The part of this article, it says, Donald Trump on Monday released his plan to end crime and restore law and order as he continues his quest to retake the White House in 2024. The supposedly new plan is largely a rehash of post policy goals from his 2016 campaign, from his administration, including expanding the use of federal death penalty, okay, which we know those guillotines are going to be used, okay, sending in the military when local enforcement refuses to act, okay. Now, that should tell you, that should give you an indication here of where, when you talk about martial law, okay, they're bringing in the local military, which is what the National Guard in each one of these states, that's going to do the job that the local law enforcement don't want to do. Because why? They have somewhat, they have tried, local law enforcement try to upheld, some type of integrity, go there and do their job. But, under Trump, okay, what he's going to do is he's going to empower the National Guard. He's going to federalize them, okay, put a lot of these soldiers, okay, that are weekend warriors, okay, on what is called active duty on special orders, ADOS orders, because a lot of Jakes are serving in the military, but they're out of work, okay, and a lot of these Edomites are serving part-time in the military, but they're out of work. So this active duty status that they're going to go into is going to put some bread in their pocket, in the bank account, and be able to feed their family and pay their bills. So they're going to jump on this, okay, and they don't care what they really have to do. And this is what you see they have the National Guards at the border, okay, doing right now. It's trying to cull what they call a migrant, an overflow of migrant that's coming into the United States. And it says, including expanding the use of federal death penalty, sending the military and local enforcement refused to act, and assailing bail reforms for status. In the video trumpeting these proposals this week, the former president also teased harsher crackdown should he return to the Oval Office on people without homes and those addicted to drugs. Now, that should send shivers around these 2/3, because when you go back and you take a look, who is mostly addicted to drugs here? Jakes, okay? Who is actually the ones that are being evicted? Okay, Jakes. Okay, you look at this here, you see where Jakes, it's the so-called Latinos and blacks and Native Americans are the ones are the victim of what? Constantly on job losses, which means what? You can't pay your bills, which means what? You're going to be out there living, you're going to be evicted and living on the street. Now you had that C-19 protection that was in place, which is going to come to the end of May. You have all of these benefits that Biden is going to take out, come May, okay, because the C-19 is supposed to be over with right now. And guess what? There's going to be just millions and millions of evictions, okay, right now, which the news is not reporting, okay, and who are the faces of these evictions? Jake, okay, us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, that's going to be on the street, okay, which is going to cause depression, which is going to cause even more Jakes to go on drugs, who are already doing drugs right now, okay, and especially those who are right now who are doing that legalized marijuana smoking right now, doesn't understand that leads to what? Further drugs addiction, okay. So basically what you can see right here is that Trump is looking to make war, okay, on Yasharala. That's basically, this man is coming back in power to do what? This is through the spirit here, and any other brother could go on and they could continue on with this, with a lesson similar to this. But I believe that this man is the man, okay, that's going to be bringing on Jacob's trouble. And we can see everything is setting up in place right now. World War III is right around the corner. You've got a mass deficit, through the roof. You've got inflation through the roof. You've got Jakes that are just not gainfully employed. Okay, because you have a nation that is what? The work is disappearing here in Great Babylon, America. Okay, let's go into the book of Isaiah, 3, and starting with verse 8, and it says, "For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, to provoke his eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not." I brought it to you earlier about these Jakes that are doing what? These are part of the number 2 plan here, which is what? The feminized the men of Yasharala, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino. Okay, and these men will do it for money. Okay, not understand the consequences of this. And it says, "Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves." This is Trump. Okay, so see, there's going to be a game over here, Jake. Okay, you're out there, you think it's funny to wear dresses and high heels and stockings and lipstick. You're going to find out that the Lord, Yahweh Shemashai, okay, what did he say? This is an abomination in his eyes. What does the word abomination means? Hatred. He hates what you're doing. And it says, "Say ye to that righteous, that it should be well with him, for they should eat the fruit of their doings." Okay, the righteous are the ones that are going on the highway in the Bible crying. Okay, the 130 elect of Israel who's what? Turning to Yahweh Shemashai, Yahweh Mashiach. Okay, who's looking for that covering during this time when you get this psychopath Donald Trump, who may be the next president of the United States. Okay, is going to go on a war part against Yasharala, Israel, or so-called blacks, Americans, Latinos. Says, "Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand should be given him. Okay, which is talking about also these Edomites also too. And it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, at which they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. Now let's take a look at some of these leaders here, okay? Because I just talked to you, these leaders are not going to come out, okay, and talk about Donald Trump. They're not going to, okay? So when you take a look at these leaders, okay, these leaders actually were evangelists for the what? The C-19, okay? They were evangelists, okay? Look at them. These people were evangelists, okay, for it, okay? These are the people that are shakers and movers, okay, with Donald Trump. They go and they shake hands with this man, okay? And this is the reason why you see these pastors out there hugging up on these pastors. Now, okay, when we go a little further here, okay, this is the book of Psalms 10, starting verse 3. It says, for the wicked boasted of his heart desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord, abhorred. The Lord hate the covetous people. Who are covetous are two-third people. Take a look at them, okay? They love their slave master, okay? They love it, okay? They don't see the trap. They don't see the bubble with the so-called white man hands above it. They don't see the chains around their mind. They don't see the chains around their neck. They don't see the danger at all, okay? Because they covet after the ways of the so-called white man. They want his life, okay? And it says the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after power. God is not in all his thought. Esau doesn't think about Yahweh Shemashai. Okay, when you take a look at Trump here, okay, Trump has his eyes set on Yasharallah. Take a look at this guy, man. He has his eyes set on Yasharallah. And when you take a close look at him, take a look at the redness of his eyes. Now his eyes, okay, just like these people right here, you see him here. You see Bill Gates. You see this David Rockefeller. You see Zuckerberg, Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, and you see this other guy here, George Soros. Take a look closely at their eyes. See, their eyes are bloodshot. Okay, that's because they like blood, man. These people are behind the blood, okay, of Yasharallah, the slain, okay, the murdered, the oppressed. These people are behind all of it, okay? These people are behind all of it. And when you take a look at this picture here, okay, this is the vampire from Dracula Untold. Now take a look at him. What do vampires like to do? They like blood, okay? And take a look at this man's mouth and take a look at his eyes. And then look at these people, okay? And look at Trump's. They're all the same, okay? Bloodthirsty for who? And whose blood are they looking for? The blood of Yasharallah, Israel, also called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. And it says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above from out of his sight. As for his enemies, he puffeth at them. Okay, we're his enemies, okay? Believe it or not, we don't have to create war with this man. We don't have the strength and nuclear armament like Russia and the rest of these nations, okay? But we are righteous, okay? We are the chosen. We are the children of Israel, okay? The true biblical Hebrew Israelites, us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, okay? So we are an enemy, and he puffed at us with what? All of these grievous things here. Now take a look at Trump here. See, one thing we know for sure, if he's going to be, if his actions, okay, and what he's looking to do is going against Yasharallah, which is going to bring Jacob's trouble, we see we're merging into that right now, okay, he is going to be looking at the prophets also too, okay? What about these guys? What about these guys? Why aren't these guys falling in line, okay, with plan number 1, plan number 2, okay, and plan number 3, okay? Why are they not falling in line, okay? And they're gonna be puffing at us. And it says, he had said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Well, we brought up many of the scriptures. We go on the highway in the Bible, we show you the signs to show what? You are going to be in adversity, okay? The Lord has his eyes set on this wicked kingdom, and he is going to destroy this place, okay? Starting using what? These means, okay? World War III is about to kick off. And it says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud, and under his tongue is mischief and vanity, okay? Because all this man does is accuse us of what? Everything, okay? We are the face of what? We were the face of that C-19, okay? We are the face of all the crimes in this country. We're the face of the deficit, okay? We're the face of high prices. We are the face of inflation. We are the face of poverty, drugs, okay? We are the face of everything negative in Great Babylon, America. In fact, they've made Jakey the face of doggone the LGBTQ, okay? Everything, okay? And they put those things inside there. They trick Jake, okay? Defraud Jake, okay, of anything that Jake can get. Because Jake, what? Again, Jake wants the life of this man. Because what? Jake is covetous. And I'm talking about the 2/3 here, okay? And all this marriage, you can see what he's talking about. He's not talking about improving anything. He's not talking about when he gets in office, he's going to undo what Biden is doing. No, he's talking about murdering
people, and in particular, he's looking to murder the children of Israel, Yasharala, also called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino. So wake up, Jakes and Eve out there, okay? This is not a doggone game, okay? This man is probably most likely going to be the next president of the United States. He's going to be reelected to execute that, and this is coming from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, okay? To bring judgment on this earth, okay? In particular, Great Babylon, America, but also for you doggone rebellious, doggone two-third, and your pastors are not preaching this in church. So let the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to teachers, and apostles of great mercy, and also to you brothers out there putting out the truth faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters tuning in, Shalom.